Good morning.
Good day. That's why.
Good evening.
You know why I said good day?
So what if it's night?
Fuck off. Good.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah.
It's off to a roaring good start.
But as usual.
Yep. We're the best at this.
Oh my
It's the
gosh.
greatest. What?
It's episode 41.
Yeah.
We forgot we did have a plan, but not a plan.
Not really.
We'll do it next time. Anyways, we don't have a lot to talk about right now. So we have a little special for you.
We're going to read from my journals.
Jake's going to read from his journal. We're all going to listen.
Yeah. And then we're going to talk about it. It comes from a piece that I wrote when we were visiting. By we, I mean me and my business partner, Brian, and his wife, Annie, and their daughter. We're down in Puebla in Mexico for a week. And I was spending time editing photos from a wedding shoot. But anyhow.
What year was this?
2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That wasn't that long ago.
No. But it was I think that's the last time I was in Mexico. And yeah, I haven't been back since. But I spent a lot of time there for like the last 5-6 years.
We can thank COVID for that.
Yeah, pre-COVID, I was down there a few times. And never to resorts, never on vacation, though. That was the funny part. Like, I've never done that life.
Well, I think you did it better then, because my mom likes to call it, what is it, fly and lie?
Yeah, that makes me
well, and even I have been to Mexico maybe a few times now, and only one time did I ever leave, like, the resort.
Yeah.
A few times? Maybe only 2 times. 3 times. No more than 3 times.
Wild.
Yeah. So I mean, one time, the last time I was there, I think it was 2019 too, Puerto Vallarta, for a wedding. And a couple of us actually left the resort, which was nice. It was interesting. It was scary.
Really?
Well, for me, because the only reason why it was scary is because it was just intimidating, not knowing the language either and just never experiencing it. So it was just nerves.
What's it like outside of Puerto Vallarta? I've never been to that area of Mexico.
So outside the resort in Puerto Vallarta?
Yeah.
What's it like? I don't know.
Yeah, what do you remember?
Busy.
Yeah?
Drivers.
Weird.
Scary drivers.
Yeah.
We walked from the resort along. There's a lot of like massage and foot pedicure spa places along the road that we were walking, and then we walked into town to like a market.
Like an outdoor one or indoor?
It was an outdoor market.
I love those.
I think we had gone somewhere for brunch or something as well, and they were pretty good at speaking English. I just shut my mouth because there was somebody that we were with that knew how to speak Spanish, so he did most of the time. But then we went, we took a bus. Oh yeah, we took a bus, and there was somebody on the bus.
That's always an adventure in Mexico.
Or like playing music on there.
Yeah.
Like busking.
That's cool.
On the bus. Busking.
On the bus.
And then we went, for the first couple of years, I could remember everywhere we went. The names and stuff, I worked really hard to try to remember, and now I can't remember shit. But we went somewhere closer to the ocean where we, you could have the resort set you up on a tour to do these things, like go through the resort, spend extra money to like go on a, what do they call those? With the masks.
Snorkel?
Snorkeling.
Yeah.
Like going on a boat, kind of those things. But we just took the bus out to the ocean and haggled with somebody to take us out on their boat. That was
Which
cool.
can sometimes be sketchy.
There were 4 of us, and the one guy had it all sorted out, and then we went out there, and the snorkeling, I don't think I'd ever been snorkeling before, and it was scary because first of all, I'm scared of the water, and there's fucking sharks in the ocean.
Yeah.
And I had a really hard time figuring out how to breathe through the mouthpiece. And but when I figured it out, it was fun. But also, I was scared still. Like, I'm gonna get eaten by a shark.
Yeah, that's always a thought that goes through my mind in waters.
But then we went all the way to some sort of.
Do you get it in freshwater too?
Huh?
I have that sometimes, even if I go in a lake or a river.
In pools as well.
You get it in pools
bad.
too? Wow.
It's just nightmares.
Jaws really fucked me up as a kid.
Although I love watching shark movies. It's stupid.
For sure. And Shark Week was the best week on TV.
Okay, well, hold on. And then we ended up at a restaurant that was on like beachfront. So your chairs are like in the water pretty much.
That's pretty cool.
And we had ceviche, right?
Yeah.
That was the first time I had that. Yummy.
It's the best.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But
The best way to eat it too is fresh on a beach.
Yeah.
Like if you have it anywhere else, it's not as good. It's always better at the beach.
Awesome. I was worried because it's raw, right?
Yeah, but it's cooked in the acids of the lime
but
and stuff.
it tastes amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that day. I think that was the third day we were there. But the very first day, I burnt the shit out of my body. Like
Nice.
I was stuck. Oh, maybe it was the fourth day then. I was literally stuck in the hotel room like a lobster burnt. I don't know. I got to keep an eye on my body now to see if anything pops up. Like
This reminds me of the last time I went snorkeling in Hawaii where I forgot to put sunscreen on my head. And then I burned my head because I'm bald as shit. So, I'm just out there swimming. But I had the lines from the mask. So there's like this stripe of not burnt area.
That's funny.
On the back of my head.
Oh my God.
like
I
a
bet you
Pac-Man.
felt like shit the next day too. Because
Yeah,
I
that
woke
burned.
up with a swollen face.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, it was bad. It'll
rough.
get you. I'm dumb.
That sounds deadly.
But I got a lot of really super cute new freckles. So,
Little precancerous spots.
so anyways, that's my Mexico story.
That's awesome.
Oh wait, one more thing about that.
Yeah.
We did go to it wasn't a drag show, but we went to a show, a one woman drag show. And her name was Mama Tits.
That's awesome.
And she was English. That was a lot of fun too.
Yeah, the performing in Mexico is top notch. In Mazatlan, which was an area I went a lot, they would have cliff divers. So these guys, not cliff, were like rock divers. They were basically like giant cliffs. These big rocks that were out in just off from the Malecon, like the walk along the water there, the boardwalk. And crazy high too. They were probably between 50 to 100 feet up. And then they're diving into an area where there's also a lot of rock, but they know where the little pockets are
Oh my God.
of deep water. But it's also that thrill of, oh my God, if that guy fucks up or something.
Oh
and there's
my
a crazy ass current or
Yeah.
like just really hard blowing waves crashing in as well. So they're also then having to navigate their way back. And they know a route. They're really good at it, but it's crazy to watch because you just feel like you're going to watch someone like obliterate themselves and drown and get swept out into the ocean. And they have these
That would give
aggressive
me anxiety.
guys who go around and they like demand money from everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they get enough money, that's when the guy jumps.
Oh my God.
That's how they make a
funny.
living, Like, but that's what I mean. The performing there is like a lot of people rely on that for their living. It's kind of like busking
It's
in New
true.
York too, right? Like there's some people who make a living like just being aggressive salespeople and performers in the subways and stuff. So it's a way. But I don't think we see that much in Canada.
No.
I don't think I see much busking at all. And when you do, it's like not great.
Yeah. It's in front of Savon and Langley.
Yeah. Well, that one guy was pretty all right.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
But he kind of did the same thing over and
Yeah.
over.
But
He changed it up for the
anyways,
holidays. He would do holiday songs. He would play like Merry
Yeah,
Christmas
I
on the
remember
guitar
that.
instead of just noodling in A minor pentatonic.
That's cute. So
Yeah.
you're gonna read this story, and since I'm listening, can I just ask you questions as we go if I have any, or do you want me to shh until the end?
Sure. Just jump in.
Because I just think that if I have to wait, I might not remember.
Yeah. Just jump in and
If I have
we'll know.
anything to say. Okay, cool.
All right. So it's titled Money Buys Distance. 3 July 2019, Puebla, Mexico. The rain woke me up around 1 a.m. this morning and I felt inspired to write. I spent a lot of time speaking Spanish today. It felt really good to hold conversations in another language and to be understood. I wish the cultures I grew up around in the United States and Canada placed a heavier emphasis on learning a second language.
How's your Spanish now?
It's gotten rusty. Haven't used it as much, but it's crazy how quick it starts to come back once you do.
Yeah.
So that's cool. We should listen to more. Yeah, I got to watch some more Spanish movies. Anyhow. I wish the cultures I grew up around in the United States and Canada placed a heavier emphasis on learning a second language. It breaks down barriers and removes a hell of a lot of fear when you experience human communication and coordination without using English words. You think differently about the food you ingest when you're not eating honey on bread, but pan con miel. You taste a different sweetness in the honey when you bought it from a family on the side of the road who knows nothing but making honey. You swallow guilt and shame when you remember the honey was 30 pesos and you pulled out a 100 peso note and they didn't have enough money to give you change. And suddenly you don't need the change. I'm not one to proclaim I'm a shiny, perfect example of who we should be. I wish I had spent more time studying languages and practicing them much earlier in life. It was too difficult to memorize new words back then, but it feels even more difficult now that I'm twice that age. I wish I had been more generous because when I reflect on my life, I see a lot of laziness. It is only when I reflect that I understand how fear has stopped me from interacting with the world. It's only when other people told me I was wrong that I began to doubt myself. It doesn't matter if they are right or wrong. It doesn't actually matter what I hoped or wished for. Regardless of my regrets, this is where I am. For the first time in a decade, that feels okay. A lot of fear has left. I'm no longer trying to prove myself or justify my existence. I'm here to discover the reasons I enjoy existing in this world. I'm learning to love the people and places of this world without becoming attached to them. We go on vacation to escape the calamity of our lives at home, and we come back to discover the problems have gotten worse because we never dealt with them. We run away to drink and pretend we are better people than we are. Sometimes we say, I need to get away, when we really mean, I need to fix this. Listen, be willing, be patient. Those are the things I wish I had understood when I began my 20s. Embrace your failures as learning opportunities and be gentle with yourself.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So you're in your 30s now.
I am. Thank you for reminding me.
I know. You're 32.
Uh-huh.
So
recently.
So everybody knows.
It's a new medal.
So, but when you wrote this, you were 28.
Yes.
So now, do you feel the same way?
Yeah. In a way, I feel silly that I was writing that then, because I feel like that's what I'm actually experiencing the change of. It almost feels like when I was writing it there, it was putting down, this is what I should be. But not really knowing that in the moment.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks for that. It's also, yeah. Listen, be willing, be patient. Those are the things I wish I had understood when I began my 20s. Embrace your failures as learning opportunities and be gentle with yourself. Regrets and obsessing over failure will ruin you. Change takes time. Change takes endurance. Change is intentional, painful, inconvenient, untrustworthy, and unreliable.
And constant.
Yep. If travel has taught me one thing, it's that we have a lot of very nice words written on very nice paper about how we agree to treat each other. But the words on the paper don't matter as much as the person in front of me who decides if I get the entrance stamp in my passport or a seat on the next plane out of the country. If I treat them poorly, they will treat me poorly. People don't smile and feel good about themselves when we unload our fears and frustrations onto them. People are more fun to be around when they smile. When I show up with an open mind and a willing heart, things are usually fine. When I open the conversation in Spanish and politely ask for something to be rephrased if I don't understand it, people make a genuine effort to communicate with me. If I only speak in English and ask someone to return to English when they revert to Spanish, the conversation usually ends quickly. Or they start adding random charges to the invoice. It's expensive to be a rude person. More money only buys you more distance from people. And what's the point of traveling if you just want to isolate yourself? And that's how it ends.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a whole lot to ask, though. I like hearing your writings, so
Thanks.
I think I like that you're sharing with other people as well.
It's cool to share it. I like, I guess for those just listening, I'll be sharing some of the photos that I included with this over my years of travel as well. Yeah, when we were in Mazatlan, so me and my business partner, Brian, we would go down there and teach, and his wife, Andy, would join as well. Because she's a teacher, so she would be able to help us, like, put lessons together. Otherwise, we would just be up there randomly babbling about whatever came to our minds. And but we got to spend a lot of time exploring, and we stayed in it's called YWAM, is the organization,
YWAM?
Youth with a Mission. It's like a Christian organization that a lot of youth will come to, and they'll do years of like missionary work in different countries around the world. So Brian had gotten connected with them and then invited me to join teaching for some summers. So it was always fun to go down there, and you got like in there just like with the locals, which was always a really fun experience because you're just rolling around with people who maybe they're not from there, but they're living there and they're out in the community. So it was a fun way to really experience the place. And especially when you would have some native Mexicans who were like really excited to show off their culture and their place. I remember one time we went with this guy, Eder, who actually he lives in Manitoba now. It's funny. He married a Canadian. Yeah. But he took us out to a restaurant that served some of his favorite food. And that was a really fun experience because he's like, you got to have this. We got to get that. We're like ordering everything. She's like, you got to try this. You got to try those things. And this is what they do with that. And it's why it's special. And try these drinks. Have you had this thing yet? And like, and it was such a funky, like, if I had been walking down the street by myself thinking, where should I eat today? I don't think I would have trusted this place. You know, like it looked kind of weird and sketchy where you're like, I don't know. I might get sick from that or something. But, you know, I liked Eder. Still like him. He's a great guy. What am I? Past tense. And I trusted him, and it delivered. It was great food.
Nice.
And it was so fun just having that energy with it too. But I think too, part of when I write these, I think, man, what would I be excited to like show people in Calgary or Vancouver? Like if they came to eat at restaurants, I'm like,
food.
What would I like?
The good foods we like. Yeah, we need to check out a few more holes. But I think we're doing pretty good at getting around a little bit.
Yeah, or to find something unique. You know, I think that's kind of a struggle for me in like U.S. and Canadian. I guess maybe in in both our cultures, because it seems like so much of the staples are just everyone already knows them or has them, and they're like, I've had hamburgers or I've had this or that. I've had poutine. I've had this and that. So and you're like, okay, what's the like unique things that also aren't like weird petrified fish or something?
Yeah.
Something that I would want to eat that I get excited about.
Yeah.
Moose?
Moose, I've had once.
Would it taste like beef?
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I've had twice now since we had it. Yeah, it just tastes like beef.
It made us sleepy. Remember that? You get so sleepy after eating moose.
That's true.
It's worse than turkey.
I remember being really tired.
Yeah.
What did we
And I didn't notice it until you pointed that out. And then every time I would eat the moose, I got
it's true.
Crazy wave of Z's.
Hilarious.
I'm like, oh my God, I just want to go to bed.
Yeah, I think, that was bad. Oh.
That was funny. All right. Well, that's our episode.
Yeah,
it's
we're
short,
keeping
sweet,
it
and
short.
simple.
We're a little bit late, so we're a little bit lazy. And that, at least, you know, we're here. And you did a good job carrying this episode.
Yeah, and encouraging everyone to get out there and travel some more and go to places where maybe you don't speak the language, you don't know much about it. That's the beauty of traveling, I believe. It's going new places and places where you might be a little afraid.
Yeah.
It's good. All right.
Ciao.
You have a great rest of your night, day, whatever you're doing. Bye.
Time.
Bye.